the addicts. They mask it well, like a painted shell, only you cannot tell it is. Conversation and charm, no sign of harm behind the calm we see. Come across okay, the things they say, can't catch the fray that is. But signs are there, shared gossip aware, friends who care do know.
So can you tell me a little bit about Shari Reams, which is your book of poems that I was reading yesterday, and I was telling you I've become a fan. I mean, poetry is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And what went into selecting the poems? Because I know you got a large sort of repertoire of poems that you could have put in.
Well, I think I saw some other books where they're sort of theme-wise, and it was not working out like that. Mm-hmm. I think I wanted to sort of cover, I think, the range of from what I've been writing from since I was very young to the current, what is coming out of me currently. But I also didn't want people to feel that, oh, this is what she wrote when she was 18, you know. And I hope you can't tell. I don't know if you can. But I think it's a balance, I think, of being kind of intimate, but at the same time also touching on a lot of things I feel. I think an amalgamation of various parts of me, I think.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that when you write, you have to kind of just sort of exist in a different plane, and it's still and it's sort of, frozen?
I think because I do have a sort of pretty kind of crazy manic existence in Dhaka. Mm. And it really is something which, poems just tumble out of me. Right. I know but at the same time, I think you're right. That's the time where I think I'm closest to myself, and it's kind of almost, I don't know if it makes sense, but cathartic and meditative in the same way. And it's something, I love the play of words and getting it in my mind, something expressed just the way I want it. Mm-hmm. And it kind of helps me deal with sometimes the emotions that I'm going through. And it gives me that quiet time to myself and a chance to reflect.
Okay. Poetry as a kind of form of therapy almost, or...
Yes, in fact, one of the poems in the book is called When Rana Plaza Fell, which was about the Rana Plaza building falling down in Dhaka. And I'm involved with a trust which does a lot of disaster relief and has been cyclones, many emergency relief and accident prevention. So our team was there from the day the building fell. And of course I had a different deep connection being involved with the industry as well myself. But we've actually been working with a lot of the rescuers who went in risking their lives. And this poem was actually the last poem. My manuscript was ready, it was supposed to go in, and it just came out of me because I'd been living it day and night. And I actually didn't see it as something that I'm going to write a poem for the book or something like that. Anything as sort of calculated as that. I just needed it to come out of me. Right. And I needed to tell the story to myself of all of these amazing human beings that I was in touch with on a day-to-day basis.
For a long time, people on this side of the border and that side of the border in this area, there used to be a lot of cultural exchange.
I definitely think it's time to, increase this much more, because I think we have just so much in common, but still so much also to learn from each other as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
We have to open ourselves up to each other and learn more about each other, and so that this notion of Bengali culture, which is far too big for borders and categories, and that it lives the world over.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.